My thanks to Bring Me to Life Radio, and welcome to the Cinema Scribe. It's that time of year when film festivals are in full swing. This year, however, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, these events have taken a new form by going virtual. With movie houses just now beginning to reopen, and the future of those reopenings again in doubt, this alternative approach has actually worked quite well, not only by making it possible for these festivals to go forward, but also by enabling viewers to screen a variety of films while remaining safe at home or in the comfort of their vehicles at pop-up drive-in performances. This is actually a viable approach well worth considering for future programs, even without the threat of a pandemic. It makes it possible to offer these unique screenings to a wider audience and provides flexible viewing conditions, benefits that are not necessarily available when presented exclusively in theatrical venues. Because of this new format, I was able to screen a greater number of films than I have in the past, both at the recently completed 56th Chicago International Film Festival and at Reeling 38, the Chicago International LGBTQ Film Festival. In total, I watched 36 feature offerings, which are reviewed in blogs on my website, www.brentmarchant.com. However, for purposes of this Cinema Scribe segment, I'd like to present brief summaries of my favorites, 4 from the Chicago Film Festival and 1 from Reeling. Full-length reviews of some of these offerings will be featured in expanded format on my website in the near future. In the Greek offering Apples, director Christos Nikou is off to a fine start with his debut feature about an amnesia sufferer, played by Eros Servitalis, who struggles with trying to get his memory back, while simultaneously attempting to get on with his life in case he can't. This suspenseful, nuanced, and engaging meditation on the nature of memory and the selectivity of its retention will keep viewers guessing from start to finish, all the while serving up heaping helpings of wry humor and cleverly dangling clues before our eyes that may or may not prove integral to solving the mystery of this intriguing conundrum. The film mirrors the eccentricity of directors like Yorgos Lanthimos and Charlie Kaufman, presents a puzzle not unlike that found in Christopher Nolan's Memento and Claire Carré's Embers, and successfully incorporates the kind of deadpan laughs characteristic of releases like Hal Ashby's Being There. The film's inventive, tautly assembled script, written by Nikou and Stavros Raptis, deservedly captured the Chicago Film Festival's Silver Hugo Award for Best Screenplay. Indeed, if this is what Nikou has to offer in his first major outing, I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. In an age when many of us seem to feel we can say anything about anyone on social media without retribution, it's easy to understand how someone aggrieved might lose it and want to fight back. So it is in the hilariously yet thoughtful Dutch release The Columnist, in which a contributor to a popular Dutch periodical, played by Katja Urbers, comes under attack from all directions in an assault of unfair and patently untrue cyberbullying. That is, until she decides to fight back using more than just her words. This expertly directed, superbly well-acted macabre comedy packs quite a laugh and horror-filled punch, skillfully knowing when to push the tastefulness envelope and when to pull it back, all tinged with just the right amount of camp and social commentary. There is a slight tendency toward heavy-handedness in a few spots, especially near the end, but director Ivo van Aert's skillful hand keeps it from getting out of control and turning into a lecture. It's a real Dutch treat that shouldn't be missed. In the positively superb French-Polish documentary Kubrick by Kubrick, viewers are treated to an insightful look at the life and career of legendary director Stanley Kubrick. Not only does this offering do justice to the life of the artist, but it also does justice to itself as a tremendous piece of filmmaking. Based on rare audio interviews with the auteur by writer Michel Simon, director Gregory Monroe's homage to this iconic talent features a wealth of well-chosen clips from most of Kubrick's pictures, including Paths of Glory, Spartacus, Dr. Strangelove, 2001: A Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, and Eyes Wide Shut. It also includes incisive archival interview footage with those who worked with him, including actors Jack Nicholson, Peter Sellers, Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, Sterling Hayden, Malcolm McDowell, Shelley Duvall, and R. Lee Ermey, as well as behind-the-scenes crew members and noted film critics. The documentary's impeccable editing and inventive production design link its various segments in ways that pay a fitting tribute to its subject's work, reverently echoing Kubrick's style and reinforcing the themes and perspectives that made his film so original and unforgettable. For fans of the filmmaker, this is absolute must-see material. For those looking for something on the edgy side, there is the Mexican social commentary New Order. When class and racially based riots erupt in the streets in a modern-day version of Mexico, all hell breaks loose, pitting the nation's sharply divided haves and have-nots against one another. While the lines of the warring factions are clearly drawn, some might even say perhaps a little too stereotypically at that, the film nevertheless effectively captures the searing frustration felt by the underprivileged, not only in Mexico, but globally. Director Michel Franco's latest will probably be a rather difficult watch for many viewers, as its frightening narrative doesn't hold much back, though thankfully it successfully avoids the trap of becoming gratuitous, even if only by a slim margin. The message here is one not to be ignored, especially in the wake of events seen across the U.S. in the summer of 2020. We can only hope that this is not a sign of things to come, both on the screen and in the streets. Finally, from Reeling, there's the domestic release Cicada, which presents a heart-wrenching look at how gay male partners in an interracial relationship, played by Matthew Pfeiffer and Sheldon D. Brown, work together at solving their respective past traumas, and how the power of love can significantly aid and smooth the process. This fact-based dramatic love story, written and directed by Pfeiffer, is peppered with inventive and whimsical touches of comic relief, and featuring an excellent ensemble cast, especially Kobe Smulders as a kooky, unconventional therapist. Cicada moves viewers deeply, earning every single bit of empathy that it draws out of audiences. It's easily one of the most endearing and honest love stories I've ever seen, sexual orientation aside, as well as my top pick from this year's Reeling Festival. The virtual approach employed by these two festivals is by no means limited to them. At the moment, for example, I'm virtually streaming entries from the St. Louis International Film Festival and hope to report on my experience with that program in a future CinemaScribe segment. If your area hosts an event similar to these festivals and you're interested to see what they have to offer, look into the arrangements they've made for this year and into early 2021. You just might discover a whole new world of movie watching right from your own living room sofa. I'm Brent Marchant, the CinemaScribe. Thanks for listening.
A lifelong movie fan and longtime student of metaphysics, CinemaScribe Brent Marchant is the award-winning author of Get the Picture, Conscious Creation Goes to the Movies, Consciously Created Cinema, The Movie Lover's Guide to the Law of Attraction, and Third Reel Conscious Creation Goes Back to the Movies, all of which provide reader-friendly looks at how the practice of conscious creation, also known as the Law of Attraction, is illustrated through film. Brett maintains an ongoing blog about metaphysical cinema and other self-empowerment topics through his website www.brentmarchant.com. He's also the movie correspondent for the Good Radio Network and New Consciousness Review magazine and radio, with additional writing contributions to Smart Women's Empowerment, The Happy Guide, Library Journal, BeliefNet, Vivid Life, New Age News, and Master Heart magazine. Brett holds holds a BA in magazine journalism and history from Syracuse University. Again, check him out at www.brentmarchant.com.